A dog is jumping and running in a big open field with a ball on its mouth. It runs up to a man who's sitting down and drops the ball at his feet. The man throws the ball back into the air, and the dog jumps and catches it. They keep playing this game over and over again until the puppy suddenly stops playing. It looks around for a little while and then starts sniffing the ground. The man notices that something has caught his dog's attention. He goes over to see what it is and discovers a small plant growing out of the ground. "What did you find, boy?" he asks. "Did you find something interesting?" The dog barks once and then starts digging at the base of the plant. The man lets out a laugh and thinks to himself, "Oh, so that's what got his attention." The dog continues to bark and dig until finally the man steps in to help. Together, they dig and pull on the plant until it comes out of the ground. The dog wags his tail happily and drops the plant at the man's feet. The man smiles and pats his dog's head. "Good boy," he says. "You found something good." The man takes the plant home and puts it inside. He doesn't know what kind of plant it is, but he can tell that it's unlike anything he's ever seen before. He places it on a table next to the window so that it can get plenty of sunlight every day. The man comes home from work and checks on the plant. At first, there's no sign of growth, but after a few days, the man starts to notice some changes. The plant has started to grow taller, and there are now several new leaves on top. The man is very happy to see that his dog's hard work has paid off. One day, the man comes home from work to find that the plant has grown even more. In fact, it's so tall that it's completely blocked the view outside. The man steps closer to the table and realizes with a start that the plant has started to bear fruit. There are several small fruits on the branches, and they look very delicious. The man reaches out to touch one of the fruits when he hears a knock at the door. He opens the door to find a woman standing there with a basket of fruit in her hands. "Hello," she says. "I just wanted to ask if you had seen my plant. I lost it a few days ago and I was hoping you might have found it." The man looks at the plant in his house and then back at the woman. "Is this your plant?" he asks. The woman's eyes widened in surprise. "Yes, it is," she says. "But how did you get it here?" "I thought I'd lost it forever." The man explains that he was playing fetch with his dog when the dog found the plant. "It must have been growing in the field," he says. "I didn't know what kind of plant it was, so I brought it home. I had no idea it would grow so quickly." The woman laughs. "Don't worry," she says. "It won't bother me. This plant grows like wildfire. It's probably best that I don't keep it." She takes the plant back from the man and heads out the door. As soon as she's gone, the man picks up the phone and calls his friend. "Hey, you won't believe this," he says. "My dog found this crazy plant today. I brought it inside and it grew so big that it blocked the window. Then this woman came to my door asking for her plant. Turns out she was the one who lost it." The man's friend laughs. "That sounds like an amazing day for a puppy," he says. At that moment, the dog walks into the room and wags his tail. The man looks down at him and smiles. "You had an amazing day today, didn't you, boy?" he says. The dog barks happily in response. There are many different breeds of dogs, but all of them are amazing in their own way. Dogs are known for being loyal, loving, and intelligent animals. They make great companions and can be trained to do all sorts of tricks. But sometimes, despite our best efforts, dogs can still get into trouble. One day, a man decided to take his dog for a walk in the park. The dog was well trained and had a strong leash, but the man became distracted by a group of friends he'd seen from afar. As he walked over to join them, he let the leash slacken. Bad idea. The dog saw a squirrel darting up a tree and took off after it. The man shouted after him, but it was no use. The dog was gone. He sighed and started to retrace his steps, hoping to find the dog soon.
Meanwhile, the dog had climbed the tree to get a better look at the squirrel.
But once he got up there, he realized he couldn't get down.
He barked frantically, hoping his owner would come and help him. Just then, a young girl appeared at the bottom of the tree. "Are you stuck?" she asked. The dog nodded his head and wagged his tail hopefully. The girl reached up and scratched him behind the ears. "Don't worry," she said. "I'll help you." And with that, she started to climb the tree. The dog was very grateful for the girl's help, but he was also very embarrassed. He didn't want to admit that he needed help getting down the tree. But the girl didn't seem to mind. She helped him down one branch at a time until finally he was back on solid ground. At that point, the man came rushing over to the tree and knelt down beside his dog. He was very relieved to see that the dog was okay, but he was also very ashamed. He shouldn't have let the dog off the leash in the first place. The girl smiled and patted the dog on the head. "Don't worry," she said. "It's not your fault. You were just being a dog. And besides, I love dogs. I have one myself." With that, she waved goodbye to the man and his dog and ran off to find her own adventure. The man shook his head in disbelief. It was amazing to him that his dog had gotten stuck in a tree just because of a squirrel, but he couldn't stay angry at the dog for long. After all, it was just being a dog. He scratched the dog behind the ears and continued on his way, happy to have his furry friend by his side once again. In the end, the dog lived a long and happy life with his owner. They went on countless adventures together and shared a bond that was unbreakable. The dog never forgot the day he got stuck in a tree, but he also never let it happen again. Instead, he spent his days playing fetch, going for walks, and cuddling with his owner on the couch. He knew he was lucky to have such a kind and patient owner who loved him no matter what. And every night before he went to sleep, he looked up at the stars and barked once in thanks for his amazing day.